Hi everyone, my name is Miss Weni Pintalikna. I am a biology teacher in North Sumatra, Indonesia. I teach biology in secondary level for senior high school. Now I will present my educational research with title The Effect of Interactive Digital Learning Module on Students' Learning Activity and Autonomy. There are many parameters that can define and impact students' abilities in learning. Typically, these papers focus on parameters that are related to students' learning activity and autonomy. The availability of information and communication technology tools and programs spread all over the world. Computer can interact individually with students, like as a practice tutorials, games, and simulation. The use of interactive multimedia in learning can attract students' attention to the material presented. The computer-based multimedia that brings animation, narration, has high interactivity to increase students' understanding of material studied. That's why the researcher want to know the effect of interactive digital learning module on students' learning activity and autonomy. The research method for the study is quasi-experimental method. The instrument was tested to 180 students in 6 classes in grade 11 at SMAN2 Balige. Questionnaires of learning activity and autonomy determined by the Likert scale. Cognitive tests analyzed by one-way ANOVA. 2 classes learned by using electronic module and 2 classes more by interactive digital learning module, and the other classes learned by textbook. The variables used in the study were the different types of learning modules, namely interactive digital learning module, electronic module, and the textbook. Data analysis use software SPSS consists of reliability analysis and analysis of variance, which apply to test the variance of hypotheses. The results showed the average of students' learning activities with interactive digital module give effect of 6.29% was higher compared with electronic modules. Electronic modules provide the effect of 5.32 was higher than using text modules, but the interactive digital module gave effect about 13.71 was higher than the text learning modules. From this result, we can conclude that the interactive learning module was the perfect model from the others. The usage of interactive digital learning module need more students learning activities. These conditions allow the students to socialize with respect differences and practice to work together to communicate ideas, creations, findings to the teacher and the other students. It allows online learners to watch in-class activities and listen to the instructors as needed and enables random content access. It can increase the attention, involvement, and subsequent learning through individualized learning. Interactive learning model provides strong students learning activity as facilitating a constructivist learning environment. Students' autonomy who learn with interactive digital learning modules differ significantly with students that learn using text and electronic learning modules. Based on the results of research conducted at each meeting, students who learn with using interactive digital learning modules and electronic learning modules are required to be able to participate more actively in the opportunity to build their own knowledge so as to obtain a deep understanding and in the learning process more variation as answering the questions on the quiz provided in the learning modules. So there is interaction between students and the teacher and the interaction between students and the learning modules. This creates a meaningful learning process so as to increase learning outcomes achieved by the class using the interactive digital learning modules. Meaningful learning triggers students in memorable learning experience. In biology learning, students should be fully involved actively during learning process. Therefore, it is necessary for students to learn independence either alone or with friends to develop their potential. It relied on teachers matching with the class teaching to make a good use of teaching strategies according to the class climate and create the learning situations for students being willing to use digital learning so that students bravely propose questions in the discussion and increase the interactive with the teachers. So the future work for this research is developing the web-based virtual online classroom, which considers technology supporting learning method with the two parts, namely instructional communicating environment, ICE, and collaborative learning environment, CLE. That's all my presentation. Thank you everyone. Thank you for your attention. I hope that this research has given you a much clearer understanding about the learning media utilization. Thank you.